Hi everyone, Jesse here with eTrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at, and I'll show you how to install the eTrailer custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee WL. This would be a great hitch option for you if you're looking to add some extra storage space to your Grand Cherokee, whether it be something like a bike rack or a cargo carrier, or if you want to do some towing with it. Just remember, if you plan on doing any kind of towing with your Jeep, you will need to add on some trailer wiring to keep you safe and legal out there. For example, I really like the CURT kit if you're looking into towing with it. But not only does it add that extra storage space, but you also retain that factory clean look, because this bumper will mount behind, or this hitch will mount behind the bumper here, and Jeep provides you with this cover panel that you simply slip into place and a couple twist knobs, and it takes you right back to that factory look. You really can't even tell that there's a hitch there at all. Even with the cover off, you still have a really clean look. I really like the matte black finish of our receiver opening here. And that receiver opening is going to be your standard 2" by 2" opening. Behind that, we have another standard 5/8" pinhole. The pin and clip do not come included with the hitch. However, we have many options available here at eTrailer. Also, any accessory that you add on will most likely come with one included. And we have a very easy to access, sturdy safety cable loop here. Whatever style safety cable you have will slip right on there. For example, S or even this large clevis. Now we'll take some quick measurements for our ground clearance from the ground to the top of the inside of the collar. This does sit up pretty high as it's behind the bumper here, but we have 22.5 inches there. Then from the center of our pinhole to the edge of our bumper here is right at about 3 inches. You want to keep that in mind for any folding accessory that you add on to make sure it doesn't make contact with the vehicle. As for the weight capacities with this hitch, we have a gross trailer weight of 7,500 pounds. That's the amount of weight that you can pull behind the vehicle, and a maximum tongue weight of 750 pounds. That's the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch. You do have the option to use weight distribution with this hitch, however, those numbers will stay the same. And always be sure to double check your vehicle's owner's manual to ensure that your vehicle can handle that weight safely. All in all, if you're looking for a hitch that's going to give you a nice clean look when you're not using it, but be there for you when you do need it, you really can't go wrong with the eTrailer. I think this is about the best looking hitch that you can get for the Grand Cherokee. If you have any questions or concerns about this hitch or anything else we offer here at eTrailer, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to get you pointed in the right direction. As for the installation, since it does install cleanly behind our fascia here, you will have to remove it, so it does get to become a pretty lengthy process. I'd understand if that's not something you're looking to do yourself. Check out our dealer locator. You can find someone local to you that would be happy to help you get this installed. If you are looking to see how this gets set up, then follow along and I'll walk you through the process. We'll begin our installation underneath our vehicle. We have a series of 10mm bolts to remove. So there's 2 on each side. Let's take those out. Work your way over to the other 2 and remove those. Now inside of our wheel well here, we have 4 8mm bolts to remove. Start at the bottom and work your way up. And get those removed and then pull back our wheel well liner. At this point, anything we're doing on the one side, we will do the same thing on the other side. Then what we want to do is peel this plastic trim, pop it out, because there is a bolt that we'll need to gain access to. So this will just pull out. It's just clipped in. Just carefully work your way up. Just pop it out so we can get back behind it. Once you have that pulled back, I just shove some paper towels in there. That's going to hold it out of my way while I work on getting this 10mm bolt removed. Now we're underneath the vehicle. We have some electrical connectors that we need to disconnect before we can remove our fascia. So it's tucked up here. There's going to be a matching one on the other side. I'm going to pull it down off this tab just so it's easier to see. So this white locking tab, it's pretty easy to get a flathead screwdriver, twist it, that'll unlock it. And then what you want to do is push down on that tab and pull the plugs apart to separate them. And we'll do that same process on the other one. The plug is identical. We have some plastic caps here that are hiding bolts that we need to remove. So you can just take a trim tool like this or a flathead screwdriver will work just as good. Just get up under it, pull it out, and there's that 10mm screw. Get that removed. Our taillights have these plastic covers, and we're going to take those off just to make it easier for our fascia to come off. So have a plastic trim tool like this. Try to get it to pop out. It's kind of in a tight spot. Once you can get your fingers up under it, you can kind of force it out of place. And pop it out and kind of rotate it up. If this pops off the panel, you can just slide it back into place. And we're ready to pull our fascia off. I'd recommend getting an extra set of hands. I have my friend Daniel here to assist me. We're just going to start from the outside, just held in by clips, so you just have to pull it straight out. Just work your way towards the middle. And getting around the tail light gets kind of tricky. There's a tab holding it in. I'm going to grab a flathead screwdriver so I can push that down while I pull out. So the tab wasn't pushing down for me, so what I did was worked that piece of the fascia up over it. And it's kind of tricky because you have to pull out at the same time. So once you work around that tail light, we'll just have to come here. Helps to pull from the bottom and get these last few clips broken loose. And once you have those broken loose, we can set this aside. We have a 13mm bolt on our exhaust hanger bracket that's going up into the frame here to remove. So get that taken out on both sides. And we're going to remove our bumper beam here. So we have 3 21mm bolts on both sides that we'll take out. 2 on the side, 1 on the bottom. Before you remove the last one, just make sure you have a hand supporting the bumper so it doesn't fall on you. And remove that. And then we can slide our bumper beam out. We'll slide our hitch into where we just removed that bumper beam. And then I have a carriage bolt in my hand, so what I'll do is just slide it into place till it drops down. And I'll start a nut on both sides by hand. These will hold it in place for us while we get the rest of our hardware in. You have to kind of put some pressure on the carriage bolt to keep it from spinning while you get that nut started. You'll notice in your kit that you have a smaller bolt. That's for our exhaust hanger. So what you want to do is rotate that. It's got a tab that you need to line up with that small hole. It'll kind of hold itself in place. We'll take the small bolt and find the first square hole. Get it to drop down. And line it up with our exhaust hanger. And then we'll grab a socket and get that threaded on through that tight spot. I just have a 13mm socket on an extension to make it easier for me. And I'm using my left hand to hold that bolt to keep it from spinning. So we should be able to get this threaded on here. for our side bolts here, if you have smaller hands like me, you can probably just reach through and move the hitch around to get that to line up and start your nut. But the kit does come with fish wires in it, so I'll show you how to use those. So if you're having issues getting your hand tucked into that tight space, then take the coiled end of your fish wire, feed it through the hole that you want to bring the bolt out, and pull it through. Thread your carriage bolt onto that. Then we'll just pull it down with our fish wire and pull our fish wire off and thread our nut on. Now we'll snug everything down. As I said, that exhaust hanger hardware is a 13mm socket, and the rest of it will be a 19 or 3/4 inch socket. We'll take our torque wrench and torque everything down to the specifications in the instructions. All that's left is to get our fascia reinstalled. It's just the opposite of how we took it off, but otherwise that's going to do it for our look at and installation of the eTrailer custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee.